Hi, good morning everyone. In today's lesson, we will talk about the distribution of volcanoes, earthquake epicenter and mountains, and its relation to plate tectonic theory. This year, 2020, has been a very difficult year for all of us. Ang daming nangyari. Ilan dito ay ang volcanic eruption tulad ng Taal at malalakas na lindol sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa. Ano nga ba ang dahilan kung bakit ang Pilipinas ay nakararanas ng mga ganitong kalamidad? So now, let us find out in today's lesson, the mountains, earthquakes, and volcanoes. Ang mundo natin ay binubuo ng iba't ibang layers. Isa na dito ay ang tinatawag nating lithosphere. Lithosphere is the outer layer of the earth. It is like a skin that rests and slides upon a semi-molten layer of rock called the asthenosphere. The skin or the lithosphere has been broken into many different plates because of differences in the density of the rock and differences in subsurface heating between one region and the next. The broad lines represent the plate boundaries. One of the tectonic plates is the Pacific Plate with a 40 million square mile. It is an oceanic tectonic plate that lies beneath the Pacific Ocean. Dito din makikita or dito din located ang tinatawag nating Ring of Fire. The Pacific Ring of Fire is a major area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean where many earthquakes and volcanic eruptions occur. In a large 40,000-kilometer horseshoe shape, it is associated with a nearly continuous series of oceanic trenches, volcanic arcs, volcanic belts, and plate movements. This is also called Circum-Pacific Seismic Belt, ang singsing na apoy ng Pasipiko. Dito, located ang karamihan sa mga bulkan at marami sa pinakamalalakas na lindol sa mundo ay nagaganap dito, including the planet's most violent and dramatic seismic events. The figure 1 shows the distribution of major earthquake epicenters. The figure 2 shows the distribution of major active volcanoes. The figure 3 shows the distribution of major mountain belts of the world. The figure 4 shows major tectonic plates. The places of Earth where most of the earthquakes originated, or some mountains and volcanoes were formed, mark the boundaries of each lithospheric plate. In other words, earthquake epicenters, volcanoes, and mountain belts are located in the same place where plate boundaries are. The Philippines is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. That is why nakaka-experience tayo ng volcanic eruption and earthquakes. Gaya na lamang ng nangyari in Puerto Galera in Oriental Mindoro last October 5. They experienced magnitude 5.6 earthquake. Magnitude refers to the amount of energy releases by an earthquake. Ano nga ba ang earthquake? Earthquake is any sudden shaking of the ground caused by the passage of seismic waves through Earth's rocks. Let us discuss the anatomy of an earthquake. Remember, an earthquake is the shaking of the ground caused by sudden motions along faults or fractures in the Earth's crust. Plates are massive rocks that make up the outer layer of the Earth's surface and whose movement along faults triggers earthquakes. Seismic waves are waves that transmit the energy released by an earthquake. Fault, a fracture in the rocks that make up the Earth's crust. Epicenter, the point at the surface of the Earth directly above the focus. Focus, or the hypocenter, is the point within the Earth where an earthquake rupture starts. The Philippines might experience strong earthquakes because it is located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. According to PBOX, the West Valley Fault is one of the two major fault segments. It is about 100 kilometers in length. At kapag gumalaw ito, many cities like Metro Manila and nearby provinces like Rizal, Laguna, Cavite, and Bulacan will suffer. It can generate at about 7.2 magnitude earthquake. Almost 34,000 people may die, and it will damage lifelines, including water, infrastructure, roads, and telecommunication. Earlier, it was mentioned that volcanoes were formed and located in the same place where plate boundaries are. Philippines has about 300 volcanoes. Only 24 out of 300 are active volcanoes. What is an active volcano? An active volcano is a volcano that has had at least one eruption during the past 10,000 years. An active volcano might be erupting or dormant. A dormant volcano is an active volcano that is not erupting but supposed to erupt again. Alamin natin ang ilan sa kilalang active volcanoes in the Philippines. Isa na dito ay ang Mayon Volcano, located in Albay. Last eruption was in 2018. Pinatubo, located in tri-point boundary of Zambales, Tarlac, and Pampanga. Last eruption was in 1991. Taal, located in Talisay and San Nicolas, Batangas. The last eruption was in January 2020. Canlaon, located in Negros. The last eruption was in 2006. Ragang, located in Lanao del Sur. The last eruption was in 1916. Another landform located in the same place where plate boundaries are is mountain range. Mountain range or hill range is a series of mountains or hills ranged in a line and connected by high ground. The most popular mountain range in the Philippines is the Sierra Madre. Sierra Madre is the longest mountain range in the Philippines. Through the north-south direction from Santa Ana in the province of Cagayan to the north and Quezon province to the south. The mountains form the eastern backbone of Luzon Island, the largest island of the archipelago. Always remember, plates are large of the upper few hundred kilometers of Earth that move as a single unit as it floats above the mantle. The plates are in constant motion. As they interact along their margins, important geological processes take place, such as formation of mountain belts or range, earthquake, and volcanoes. I hope you learned a lot in today's lesson. Goodbye.